Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So this week we have an extra bonus video for you. We have been sent this Travoca Vega 1500 power station, and we're going to try it out with different things and see what we think about it.
Once we got this unboxed, it had a little bit of a charge on it, but I plugged it in to charge it up fully and was really quite surprised on how quick, that it charged up full. I would say it was probably 50% charged when I got it, and it only took maybe 20 to 30 minutes to fully charge it up to 100%. And it's been sitting now for, I would say about a week, and it has not bled off any of the charge. It's still 100%. So once we got this charged up at home before we left on this trip, I did a few real world tests to see if it would run our little, we call it heat miser. It's our little space heater. Ran that fine. It actually estimated, and it does give you a readout on the front of the screen. Once you start using power, and you're running something, it will tell you how many watts you're drawing. We'll show you that. It'll show you roughly an estimate of how much, how many hours you're going to get using it at that wattage. So I have to say, I wish we had had this on our Christmas trip, because we lost power one night at the state park in Pine Mountain, Georgia, F.D. Roosevelt State Park. If you haven't seen that video, we will put a link down below in the description. Check that out. That's a very cool state park we stayed at recently. But yeah, we lost power one night. We were sitting in bed, and it was pretty cold. We were still, we were in Georgia, but it was still dropping down into the upper 30s at night. So we were needing to run heat, our little heat miser, mind you, because we were trying to save propane, and that's a whole nother story. But we were sitting in bed watching TV that night, and all of a sudden we heard the clunk sound of our transfer switch. And Allie was like, "What was that noise?" And I said, "Man, that sounded like our transfer switch." So I went outside and checked the breaker, because I'm thinking maybe the breaker tripped at the pedestal. No. And as I'm out there, the campground host came around and he was like, "You lost power?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "The whole campground's lost power." So that night, we're in the RV, pretty cold temperatures, wanting to run our little heat miser heater, because we would just keep it in the bedroom back there. And when you close this door off in the bedroom, it keeps everything pretty warm back there. And that's really all we needed. Even in very cold temperatures up in Ohio when we were sick, we pretty much just ran 2 different little space heaters, and we saved our propane. Because these furnaces, there's 2 propane furnaces in here, and they will heat the RV up, but man, they burn through propane quick. So we were already down to like 40% of propane left, and so we were trying to conserve on our propane so we could have it to cook. The power went off. If we would have had this, we could have just taken it out, plugged in little heat miser in the bedroom. It would have, by my estimates, what I had tested at the house, it would have probably ran for maybe an hour to 2 hours, which probably all we would have needed. We could have run it on low, set the thermostat a little higher so it wasn't drawing so much wattage all night. But we did wake up in the morning and the power was back on. So we want to keep this either with us in the RV or in the Bronco. The Bronco goes with us when we're in the RV, so we'll probably keep it in the Bronco, because Allie brought up a good point, taking this thing to the beach. Oh, yes.
So a lot of times when you go to the beach, you want to have power to, for your phone or radio.
A fan.
A fan,
because it's hot down here,
So I think this would be a great power station for that, to be able to take it to the beach and plug in.
It's pretty portable. I do want to weigh this to show you guys how much it weighs. We have some bathroom scales in here, and let's do it now. Let's weigh it. All right, Allie's got the bathroom scales. Let's just give it a quick see how heavy it is. Oh, I'm going to set it down gently. It's heavy. It's a little heavy. It is 38.4 pounds. So it's not light, but with the handles, it's pretty easy to grab. 40 pounds, you might say, just under. Definitely not super light, but it's definitely super portable. I'm pretty weak nowadays.
I think the handles is definitely a nice feature.
Well, yeah, it makes it easy to grab and pick up.
And if you had 2 people to carry it, one on one side, one on the other.
That's true. The screen might be a little hard to read in here with the glare. It's hard to tell, but for me, with my eyes, from where I'm standing, it's showing input, no watts. Output, no watts right now, because we're not using anything. I've just turned the power on. It's 100% charged. It says it has 7 days at this point, but we know it, as long as you don't use it, it's going to last for, I guess, indefinitely. But a little bit of the inputs and outputs on the front. We do have some USB, and let's just try it. To activate these, you have to press the button and your little light comes on. It shows DC power coming out. So let's just see what Allie's phone does once it starts charging. And you can see it. You can see it right here. It's showing DC, 7 watts. And it's saying that basically at this point, if we left this on and it was charging continually, it would last roughly 3 days. So that's cool. You got both USB-A and USB-C. USB-C here, Allie is saying, is what?
PD 100 watt.
And this one's
PD 20 watt.
So you got some different options here.
Yeah.
You can turn that back off. You got over here, you've got the 12-volt cigarette lighter plug, which I'm going to show you in a little bit why I love this more than anything right now. And of course you would turn it on there too. And then you have a light on the front. Get ready, you're going to get blinded.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. So you got a shop light if you need it.
That's nice. And
emergency flashing.
Huh.
All right, we take a look at the back. We got some inputs here, which this is the power cord for charging it. You have a solar connector if you want to charge it through solar, and you have an overload protection breaker here if it trips. So you have 3 110 outlets, which you also would have to turn this on right here. That turns on the power to these. And down here, you have some connectors for daisy chaining these if you wanted to add more and have more power. Pretty cool.
So I asked Chuck, I said, what are these right here? Is this speakers or something? Is this like a radio built in? He said, you said.
No.
No.
Just cooling vents.
Yeah.
Keep that battery cool.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we're going to take this outside and we're going to show you one of the things that Chuck loves this power station for. So one of the things that we thought about is using the power station to air up the paddleboard here. We thought that we could carry this in the Bronco, drive it down by the water's edge. Let's try it out and see what happens. See if it's going to be able to inflate it.
Once it feels it getting tight, it will kick over to the compressor and do the last bit with the compressor. We've had this little air up pump forever. You can tell it's been through the battles.
Where do we get this?
Amazon.
So we'll leave a link for this in the comment section below.
Yeah, it's been a good little tool for us. Sure beats doing the whole, by hand.
Exactly.
And it should kick in the compressor here in a minute. And it's kicked into the compressor mode, so this is going to work fine for airing up a paddleboard.
That's great.
Yep. So we just used it to air up our paddleboard, and it looks like it drew about 2% off the battery. So definitely can use it to air up our paddleboards with this 12-volt plug-in on the front. All right, so we're going to run a few tests to see if we had a power outage and had no battery juice left. Could we still make breakfast and make some toast? All right, we'll see if we can make a bagel now. And are we drawing power on the front here? Yes, we are. I don't know if you can see it with the glare, but we're pulling 663 watts right now. I can turn this DC off. Now you can probably see it better. 656 watts right now. So we'll make some toast. Now we're plugging in our air fryer, this big beast. Let's see if we can make some chicken nuggets while we're making toast. We're actually going to make some tater tots for our lunch to go with our leftover Philly cheesesteaks that I made the other night. So we'll see. We'll see. Can it handle both at the same time? Let's see. We're going to go down to 375 for, we'll just say 20 minutes. Here we go.
Oh, that number jumped up.
It definitely jumped up. We're up to 1800 watts. We might be maxing it out at this point. You can hear the fan is kicked on here.
Yes.
Hear it?
Uh-huh.
And you can feel that.
Oh, I can feel.
So it's it's doing its thing as far as cooling it down.
Yep.
So far, it has not tripped the breaker on it, though.
That's a good thing.
So that's good.
So I was telling Chuck, I said, how amazing would this power station have been back in our camping days on the island? We used to take our boat to this island and camp there overnight. And this would have been so amazing to have, to be able to plug in all of our creature comforts.
Our phones, recharge our phones.
Remember radio.
Remember how we used to have to really conserve on power.
I know. We had to be very careful.
Yeah.
And this would have been perfect for that. We could have actually had a fan running at night so we wouldn't have been so hot. So if you are a tent camper, I think that this power station would be perfect for you. You'd be able to power a lot of different things to keep yourself comfortable out in the elements. You could make coffee, obviously toast. You could make, if you wanted to carry
Take your air fryer with you.
If you wanted to take it with you while you're tent camping. I mean, anything that's electrical like this, you can plug in and be able to have your basic needs of what you'd want. So.
And the toaster just popped up, and we are now reading 1635. So our air fryer is apparently pulling about 1600 and odd watts. But we're just going to cook our whole tater tots on this, see how much power we drain. So right now it's saying 89% battery. 40 minutes it's going to run at this. So I mean, this air fryer, if we do run it the full 20 minutes, which it's got 16 more minutes to go, we're going to drain some of the juice out of this. But like I said, for tent camping, it'd be great. Definitely have a morning, get up, make your K-cup of coffee. And, well, we're definitely going to push the limits of this power station now, running the air fryer, and going to try to run a coffee maker at the same time.
I told Chuck I wanted to make myself a cup of chamomile tea, so we're going to see if I can do that.
Well, so far the air fryer over there is still going. Coffee maker is running. The wattage is kind of jumping around all over the place from 1800 watts to sometimes it dips down to, it's staying pretty consistent now. I think the air fryer is probably reached temperature inside, and it's probably kicking on and off in there. That's the only reason why I can think why the wattage would be jumping around a little bit. But it's running the air fryer, and it's making a cup of tea right now.
Well, if I was in a tent and I was wanting my coffee, or tea in this case, I would have what I wanted. Because here, I have a hot cup of tea.
Yeah, you can hear the fan in here and how it's pushing out the air. The more wattage this thing is putting out for that air fryer over there, the fan keeps coming and going a little bit. But it's doing the job. Okay, so our tater tots should be done.
Oh yes, they are ready.
It cooked our tater tots while making a cup of tea at the same time, so that's good. That's pretty good power.
We made toast, I had tea, and then we were able to
cook our tater tots. And right now we're at 74% left. Right now it's only drawing 56 watts. But that's because we have this guy plugged in. Allie's actually using a hair straightener right now, which we wanted to try this out too, because there's been times where we've been performing with our Motley Crue tribute band, Carnival Crew, and most of the times we get dressing rooms or some sort of green room where we can get ready, but there's been more than a few times where we've had to get ready in a bathroom or in the car. Our truck and Bronco both have 110 outlets, but they will not power our hair straightener or hair dryer. They're not enough wattage to handle it. Well, this is handling it, and this actually was handling it while the air fryer was still going. So that's good.
See? My ponytails are now straight.
Yeah, we always straighten our hair, obviously, to get made up for the
Nikki
band.
Sixx, yeah.
So this will come in handy when we don't have any power, and instead of going out in the main restaurant and trying to find a plug-in or something where we could straighten our hair, which we've had to do.
Yep.
This will work out.
Works great.
So for the final test, this is going to be the real test, because we bought this heater when we were up in Ohio, and we were sick with the flu, and we were trying to conserve the propane, and we were trying to get more, safe like ceramic heat in here. Well, this one, when we bought it, I thought it looked great because it was like a 360 design. Unfortunately, our issue with this was when we plugged it in any normal outlet, like around here, like over here, or over there, wherever, it would trip the breaker.
It kept tripping, yeah.
It kept tripping the breaker. It was pulling too much power. The only way we were able to use it was I had to plug it into the bathroom, bathroom outlet, which was like on its own kind of GFI circuit.
That's
and
right.
It worked from there. So we're going to see right now. Right now we got 74% battery. Here it goes. You can hear the fan kicking on. It's definitely pulling some wattage.
But not as high as it was when we had
The air fryer on.
the air fryer on.
Yeah.
And the toaster.
Yeah.
Got up to 1800, right? So this is not...
Ooh, I feel the heat coming out of it.
Yeah.
Wow. We're not going to need to leave that on for very long, I'll tell you
No.
right now. It's already getting kind of warm in here.
But it works.
It's working.
That's great.
Yeah. Now, it's saying it's only going to be able to run 41 minutes at this point with 73% charge. So I'm going to say 100% charge, maybe you get an hour running. But we wouldn't have to have it this warm either. Whew, it is hot.
Yeah.
We could literally turn this up to say, oh no, we want to go the other way. Let's turn it down to like 65 and just see what happens. See if it drops the wattage down a little bit, and it wouldn't be running continually full blast. I don't know what the temperature is in here right now. Let's see. Let's look at our panel. We're 73 degrees in here right now, so yeah, I think it just kind of kicked off. Yeah, now it's only pulling 23 watts.
Oh, yeah.
Because the fan is still blowing, but it's starting to blow cooler, or lukewarm air.
So you definitely could have this on lower. It wouldn't pull as much wattage.
Yeah. Yeah.
And here it's saying 23 hours.
Yeah.
So, and this would definitely be warm enough.
Yeah.
Especially if you were really, really cold. This would definitely fill up a tent.
Oh, yeah. Although, if it's really cold outside, it's going to kick on more often than. But I mean, it's an option. I just wanted to see if it would actually do it without tripping the breaker on this power station, and it's done it without tripping the breaker.
Yeah.
It trips the breaker in the RV, like I said. All right, so we're kind of wrapping up the whole testing of what it'll run. Now we plugged it back in with 72% battery life left, and it's saying that it's going to be fully charged. Let's see. Well, you can see it's pulling in about 1,000 watts right now. It's saying it should be fully charged in about 30 minutes. It keeps going down, 27 minutes. It charges very fast, I will tell you that. When we first unboxed it and charged it up at the house before we left, I was quite surprised on how fast it would actually charge. So, looks like about 24 minutes it stopped at. So that's about right. I figured if it's pretty much fully dead, it would be about an hour charge.
Okay, guys, so that's going to wrap up our video on the Travoca Vega 1500.
Yeah, like Allie said earlier, I think if you're tent camping, this would be a no-brainer, to have something like this. And we will leave a link to this down in our description below for our Amazon link if you want to pick one of these up. We'll also leave links to their website, so if you want to check out some of the other products they might have. So this is something that Allie and I were just discussing earlier today, that instead of making this our normal Thursday video, if we have a product review that we're going to do, we're going to release those separately, probably on Tuesdays, but we're not 100% set on the day. But Thursdays, 5:45 will be our normal vlogs from camping and traveling and showing you guys some of the cool things that we see. If you're new here, that's mostly what we do. We travel, we show you like cool things that we find while we're camping in that area.
That's right. And a little bit of history sometimes along the way.
Oh yeah, we love our historic towns and everything like that.
So if you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you know when we upload new videos.
Yep, and if you can, drop us a like, drop us a comment, share the video with your friends. All these things help the algorithm of YouTube, which we have no idea what the algorithm for YouTube is. We can't figure it out, but we will see you guys. But all these things help the channel, and we appreciate it. So we thank you guys, and we will see you in our regular scheduled video coming up this Thursday in a couple days from Alabama, our first Alabama State Park.
Our very first one.
And we go back to Allie's grandparents' hometown and where her mother was born. So stay tuned for that, and we will see you in that adventure.
All right, bye guys.
Bye.